What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. I am testing this stuff out to see how YouTube's new one-click live stream stuff works. So this is just really a test. We're going to talk about random stuff today. This isn't the WP Random Show that I hinted at a little while ago. I don't even know how my audio sounds. I'm going to try to share this out, see if anybody joins. I think there's a share button right here. I'm going to copy that, throw that into my Twitter. This is the amazing thing about live streaming. There's no chance to edit any of this stuff. So if I look like a failure and sound like a failure, I have no recourse because we're already live. We're already doing it here. So let's see. Join my YouTube live right now. AMA and random stuff. So I've been doing YouTube a lot more lately. I managed to eke out another video yesterday at the end of the day, minutes before the day ended. I believe I uploaded it, I don't know, maybe about quarter to midnight, I think. Really just trying to test things out on the YouTube platform once again. How many uploads can I put out and see how that affects watch time, view count, subscribers. And now with this live streaming stuff a little bit easier in YouTube, maybe we'll revisit doing this stuff. Generally, how I do my live streams is I use a piece of software called XSplit, and it's generally for video gamers to stream video games and to embed chat. And I really like it because you can set up different scenes. You can transition in between scenes. If you need to put yourself on hold, you could generally just put up like a little hold transition. And I actually plan on using that maybe later today on Facebook, on another podcast that I do called We Are Here. It's a local podcast. And, generally live streaming has been pretty good for me as a supplemental way of creating content. And I'll probably keep going with it because it seems like the new thing to do. It's what all the kids are doing, right? It's how all these people are making money. Live streaming, specifically live streaming video games. I talked about this. I don't even know if I can share my screen with this stuff. I don't even know if people can hear well with this microphone that I'm using. I can't see a way to get to my settings to even test the audio. Either way, people are making money streaming. In a recent article a recent video that I did, I talked about the sort of this phenomenon of this game called Fortnite, combined with the ever popular live streamers on Twitch and on YouTube gaming, and most recently or most notably, a celebrity Drake was live streaming with this Twitch personality named Ninja, and of course the crowd went wild. And then it sort of comes out to, for CNBC, he's interviewed on CNBC, Ninja that is, and they talk to him about, boy, you're making a lot of money playing video games. It's amazing. You're just playing video games. How are you doing $500,000 a month? And I don't know if he's been doing $500,000 a month, for any kind of longevity here. I don't know if it's just something that he just hit 500K because of this whole streaming with Drake thing, and it's just sort of where he's at right now. But the idea is, yeah, people can make a lot of money doing this stuff because it's entertaining, number one, because it's a huge audience. It's anybody into video gaming, kids, I guess more specifically, or people who are just into gaming, myself included. And the phenomenon around it is they just attach large amounts of money to video gaming, and to adults and to the general public, it doesn't make sense. People are like, you can make that much money doing this stuff? Well, yeah, you can. But it's not easy like everything else. A lot of people look at everything and say, boy, that's easy, right? I can make a lot of money doing that. But like performing as an athlete, hitting a hole in one, hitting a home run, being able to dunk, it's going to come, you need some talent to do this. And video gaming specifically is you have to be really good at a competitive game. And these battle royale games, which are out right now, are highly competitive. It's 100 people sort of competing one-on-one to get to the last spot in the game. So not only do you have to be really good, you have to be super coordinated and do all this stuff, but you have to be entertaining and engaging at the same time, which brings in a whole other level of complexity. Gaming with one half of your brain over here in the in the screen with your keyboard and mouse, and then entertaining folks on the camera, watching a chat stream, and then doing that 5 days a week. It's impossible in my brain to even comprehend how these guys and gals do it, but they do it, and they're making some serious money because it's the start of a new age of entertainment, and something that's certainly taking off. I'd love your feedback. If anybody's watching, I don't even know if people can hear me, to be quite honest with you. If you're watching, there's a couple people watching. If you can hear me, go ahead and let me know in the comments below if there's something off, because this little bar that shows what I believe is my audio level is super low. Let me go into my volume mixer right now and see what I see in terms of recording devices, microphone, properties, levels. All right, I'm up there. I don't know if you can hear me in the chat. Let's just go ahead and drop it in the chat. Can the stream hear me? What about you? What are you doing on YouTube these days? Thinking about doing YouTube? Thinking about streaming? Thinking about starting a podcast? Let me know. I'm going to stream till the 10-minute mark just to test things out. I see what other options I have to play with here. Got about a couple minutes left unless people start asking questions or tweeting at me. Let me pull up my Twitter stream. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing yet. It's okay. Brad, I know you're in the audience. What do you got? What do you got? You got something to say? When's your next episode coming out? Let's see if I can do this pop-out chat. This looks pretty cool. So I can't share my screen, so I can't even show you what I'm looking at, which is interesting. But it looks pretty basic. With Google Hangouts, when they did Google Hangouts on air, which I don't even know if it's still a thing. I haven't looked in quite some time. But with Google Hangouts on air, you could share the screen. You could bring in other participants. So it was always fairly, it was intuitive, number one, but it was interactive, right? So I could do a lot more than what I have available to me right now. But again, I'm just testing this stuff out. I might revert back to XSplit for these live chats or these live streams, just because I can do a lot more with it. What else is in the news? What else is in WordPress news? Many of you following me know that I do a lot of stuff around WordPress. But where's all the reporting? Where is all of the WordPress reporting? What's going on out in the world? I'm heading over to the tavern, see what Jeff is talking about. WordCamp Miami was just finished. My fearless leader over at Pagely, Josh Strebel, attended along with his lovely wife. And I'm not saying that just because I work for them, but they are lovely people. WordCamp Miami was great, so I was told, and it looked like that on the Twitter stream. A lot of people enjoyed Miami. I would have loved to go to Miami, but it's a bit of a time crunch right now. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it. Weather looked beautiful. I have a friend that lives down there. He's always sending me pictures of the sunny skies. Versus me up north, where up in the Northeast, we're supposed to get 10 inches of snow yesterday, and we didn't. Big failure on the old meteorologists. All right, a couple people trickling in. Listen, got questions? I'll answer them. We got 1 minute left. That's all I'm dedicating to today's live stream. 10 minutes is about as long as I'm going to go, because I really just testing this stuff out, testing this whole setup. I don't know, not much happening in the WordPress world except for Gutenberg, I guess. I don't even know what that thing is. I hear people talking about it. Supposedly it's this end-all be-all of page builder experience. Heard a lot of people like it. It's amazing. It's going to be baked into 5.0. All hell will break loose, according to some. Some say that it's going to be fine. It's the direction we need to go. It's the change that we need. Don't question that change. We need it. We need to compete against the big boys. We need to give users a better experience using WordPress. And look, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly that we need a better experience editing content, creating content, experiencing WordPress. It's just feeling a little long in the tooth lately. And our friends, over at Beaver Builder, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, Elementor, Divi, they've got their work cut out for them. They always have. But it was always a way of them creating their experience for WordPress. Not to say that they're the only ones doing it, it being the experience of WordPress, but they would be the frontline person of, hey, if there's a new person that comes into the WordPress ecosystem and somebody says, hey, you want to build a WordPress site, Beaver Builder is a great way to do it. Go install it, go buy it, go use it. And then people just feel and touch WordPress and experience WordPress through that page builder. And that is the experience of WordPress, right? Because that's the thing that they're using to shape and shift their website around. WordPress can't have that. WordPress needs to have its own solution, or I don't know if it needs to, but at least that's the direction we're heading. It needs to have this, it wants to have this experience, because what's the alternative, right? For people who say, this WordPress stuff is too difficult. I don't get it. I don't know how to make these pages. Why can't I just drag things around and move my content around the page like I see Squarespace and Wix do? That's on the surface. That's the surface layer of maybe the reasoning behind this. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of developer stuff in there. It's made on this, I guess, React stuff, and people are, oh my God, we're getting rid of widgets, and we're sort of moving into a new direction of how we can develop for WordPress, and rah. It's great. It's fast. It's nimble. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a developer, but it should be fun, to say the least. Like how everybody hates to say, well, that's interesting. It should be fun, to say the least. Whether or not it's the right move, we're going to find out. But I don't think we're turning back. And a lot of people are happy for it, right? But what I've found is, or what I've witnessed is, the dialogue, the shift, the story around WordPress is changing, and it's being shaped around what Gutenberg has to offer. So I don't know how that affects my friends at Beaver Builder, Elementor, and Divi, and page builders, and whatever else Gutenberg might gobble up in its path, a la Jetpack. But hey, times are changing, and it's a good thing. And don't you try to stop it, nor should you, really. I'm a fan of change. I'm a fan of new direction. New Direction, is that a band? I don't know. We got a question from Quest42. Is live streaming a better way to connect to your audience opposed to edited videos uploaded? That's a great question, Quest. The idea behind live streaming is much more intimate. It's much more engaging. It's a lot more, dare I say, voyeuristic in live streaming. You get to hear all the ums and ahs, which I do a lot of. You get to see people screw up. There's no script, generally. And live streaming can be a lot more entertaining if you have the tools for it, right? There's the technical side of it: transitions, games, audio, sound effects, which my friend Brad does really good over at lunchwithbrad.com. I can't see that happening with this new live streaming tool with YouTube, but I'm certainly going to bring back the XSplit for any kind of live streaming that I do in the future, because this is just super basic. This is too basic. This is basic AF right here, people. But great question. Uploaded videos is certainly something that's much more scripted and crafted, and people tune into it because it's a lesson, it's a story, that kind of thing. But there's no engagement other than the social sharing and comments and below, which is not as dynamic. So I'd invest in live stream moving forward. All right, people, I went 4 minutes past the deadline because I started riffing on the whole Gutenberg thing. Do another live stream, maybe next week, maybe the week after. It's MattReport.com, MattReport.com/subscribe to join the mailing list. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. Today's stream was just a test. Maybe this is the only video I put up today. Sort of check off the old box that I uploaded a video today, created a piece of content today. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I do another live stream. Don't forget to engage in comments. Have a good time. That's all I got for you at MattReport.com. See you in the next episode.